Have you ever wondered how somebody can just sell, and make it look effortless and easy? And no, what they're not doing is leaning on guarantees, pressuring prospects to move forward, or using some magical word tracks that are all over the internet nowadays that just get people from a no to a yes. You just say it and boom, you got to close. It is a systematic way to getting someone to close. And I know this because I went from bartending in New York City at a steakhouse to getting into remote high ticket sales, closing over 60%, consistently being the top closer in 5 different offers I was in, to going and managing multiple teams, to then starting Sales Igniters, which has coached and trained over 500 closers now. And I own an agency called Client Igniters as a co-owner, where we actually manage and grow companies that are in the online space. So for me to go from bartending to this kind of sales, I can tell you, I've seen the change of what really gets people to close. Most people think it's all about the product just selling itself, or the CEO, the owner, has this amazing big following and this perfect trust in the market, or maybe on the other side, you're just blaming the leads. The big differentiator is that you need to have them sold on you, not the business. They're here because technically they're already sold on the business and your offer with the right marketing. Have you ever gotten to those situations where a prospect joins and at the end of the call they go, I really trust you as a person. I feel like you're leading me in the right direction. You understand what I'm going through. If that's ever happened to you on a sales call, that is a huge sign of how much you did right and how much you got them sold on you as a person. That's selling. That's building a relationship. Like, that is the thrilling part of changing someone's lives. That's a thrilling part of sales. And right here, I want to show you step by step how to create this kind of result like clockwork, my man. Step number 1, the energy you come in with is everything. You got to understand, the energy that you bring to the call is going to fully represent 1, the business, 2, the kind of person you are, 3, it's going to create a level of trust right off the bat. How you enter the call with energy is going to make a miraculous difference how that call goes for the remaining part of it. For example, if I get on the call and I go, hey, what's up, prospect? How's it going today? How much do you really think they're going to be excited to have that call? But if I'm on and I'm postured up and I feel good and I'm like, hey, what's going on, prospect? How we doing today? Let's dive right in, right? You start kicking off the call with really full energy that's unique to you. They're going to have a lot better feel because energy gets absorbed between the people. This comes down to working on yourself. That's why sales is the greatest personal growth journey you can ever be on. The more you work on your mindset, the more you read, the more you work on your health and eat better food and work out, the more you take care of your finances, the more you have yourself leveling up every single day, the more you're going to sell and get better at selling. And more importantly, on the other side of it, what do I have to remove that's not serving me, that's trapping my energy? That could be beliefs that you have about yourself that are usually false around imposter syndrome. It could be beliefs, it could be things in your environment that's sucking up your energy, and it could be habits that you have. Step number 2 is actually having a conversation. And I know when you're hearing this, you're probably thinking, dude, what else is sales? But you'd be surprised after how many reps that we work with when they first come to us, President Club winners, the most experienced reps, they treat a sales call like a checklist. And the problem with that is the more experienced they are, sometimes the worse habits you form. Have you ever felt like you were really good at something in the first couple of years and your skill actually died off? And there's a lot of reasons that could be happening. So to actually have a conversation and respond and dig deeper is huge. I actually was listening to a sales call from somebody that came to us, and the person asked them on the call, like, what's making you want to do this? Like, what's making you want to change your life? What's making you want to look into this program? And the person said that their mom passed away, a year ago, and their mom left them, was really pushing this prospect to follow this path, and now have this mission that they're going to fulfill their mom's wish and do this, and like this whole beautiful story. And the prospect was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, I understand how deep that is. Yeah, so tell me about this. There was no reaction. Are you okay? For one, that's a hell of an epiphany. Like, what do you think changed? What was that switch from when she passed? And again, my condolences. Like, that must have been a really tough spot that you've been in. Like, have a regular conversation. And there's 2 parts to making sure that even if you're advanced, that you're continuing to have a conversation every single day. Part one is the intention you come in with. We know high performers are very intentional. For example, it can be, hey, I'm gonna have this conversation like I'm with a longtime friend at a coffee shop. Just imagining that puts you in a conversational flow. Someone tells you they lost 10K, that's your friend, you're gonna have a lot bigger of a reaction than if a random person says that you're trying to sell and you're not really grounded in conversational tone. With a friend, you're gonna be like, what the hell? But in a sales conversation, you might go, I understand that. That's a tough time there. That's really a tough moment. Yeah, we all go through that. You gotta take yourself from the robotic side to the real human side. And part two is a very high-end skill. It's called active listening. When back in my life coaching days, we really had to own in on this skill. Active listening is when you take all of your attention and just put it on the prospect. This is where you really listen to your gut more. So you want to take all the skill and knowledge and everything you have, and you want to drop it all. The perfect lines, the perfect questions, all that stuff, you're going to say at the right time. So you just got to trust yourself that once the sales call starts, all your attention's on the prospect and you're going to let happen what happens. If you say something stupid, you'll recover, dude. You're going to be okay. And active listen, put all your attention on them and you'll be surprised the brilliance that'll come out of you, the deep questions that'll come out of you, the comments that'll come out of you. Sometimes you'll say things and almost want to pull it back real quick, like your mind will try to whoa, that's deep. But if hopefully it actually gets out, because I can guarantee you it's going to move them. Part three of creating this trust bond is find commonalities with them. People are attracted to people. Like attracts like. When you walk into a networking event and you look around and you don't know anybody there, there's something about a certain group of people or a certain person that's going to pull you in. Maybe they're around, maybe the way they're talking is very energetic and you're a highly energetic person. Maybe there's 1-2 kind of loners in the corner and you're going to go over and speak with them because that's a comforting feel to you. One of my best closers is a very faith-based closer. And anytime someone on a sales call mentions something like, God's gonna give me my answer, they go into a talk about faith. Doesn't have to last long and doesn't have to pull you outside of the mission of changing their life and getting them to join your program or whatever you're selling. But when you find that commonality, I can tell you he closes 9 out of 10 of those every time. So when you're in discovery and you're having that conversation, find that commonality with them and connect with them and talk about it, right? I had an epileptic dog. So anytime I would hop on a random sales call and something would come up with dogs, I would talk about my dog. And maybe I wouldn't mention that they were epileptic and go down a super dark path with them if they're talking about a fun story, right? Let's not be a Debbie Downer over here. And it created a level of bond with them where they just trusted me. Now when I'm pitching, when I'm overcoming objections, it's not so much of they're trying to sell me. It's more of believing and listening and actually working together to see if this is right for them and find a solution. Part 4 comes from pushing them away to pull them in, doing a pullback, challenging them. This is absolutely huge, especially after pitching, because we know in a sales call, most of the time you're going to have the prospect talk. When does talk time go up? You have beautiful AI software like Fathom or Firefly that'll show you your talk time. And if you look during the pitch is most likely when you see your talk time go up. And naturally, during the pitch, depending on how conversational you make the pitch, how customized you make it to them, and everything you do there, depending on how that goes, there's still a level of your pitching the service. After you pitch and show testimonials, you want to push them away, which is smart to do throughout the entire sales process, but especially in the pitch. So something like, so look, we went over everything here. Where do you feel like this would help you the most? Because to be honest with you, you're going to be switching softwares and switching your CRM, and this is a lot of work. Something like that that's going to really push them away and challenge them to make them think, do they really need to do this right now? Do they really want your product right now? And there's different ways that you can do that. Because like in step 2, when we talked about coming in like a coffee shop or a bar with a friend, whatever it is that's your vibe, that's you. But when you're coming in with the feeling of, hey, I'm really here to help you, that's when that energy that they're going to feel is going to take away a lot of sales resistance in general. Step number 5 is the PFP method. These are things that you're going to have to hit in the discovery section. That's going to make them buy now. Right? I'm not talking about in a week from now, in a month from now. These things, personal, financial, and professional. If you hit all three of these things, you're going to get a logical sale and an emotional sale. Let's say you're looking into somebody that's growing their business. Financially, where are they? 10K a month? Where do they want to be? 100K a month? What's stopping them? The challenge? All that stuff, right? And do it in a nice conversational tone, not a sales question tone. Financial, pretty straightforward. Professional, pretty straightforward, right? What do they really want here? With their profession, how big do they want to grow their business? How many employees do they want? What are they trying to do? What's their mission? What are they trying to change in the world? Like, what's their professional goal? What do they want to be known for? Is it an empire or is it just a really big business? But the personal goal is that charge. It's that charge that gets the yes. What are they laying in bed thinking about? Wow, if I had more time and more money, this is what I would do. This is what it would change my life. What do they really want deep down? That emotional charge. A lot of times I find it's something like a parent wants to be, they don't feel like the parent that they've always imagined themselves as. We speak to a lot of guys on sales calls and a lot of the offers we're doing. And a lot of the guys that have family just want to feel like the father. They don't have a lot of energy to play with their kids. They're stressed and bogged down by business. They don't feel like they're giving their full energy in their life to them. And a lot of times that's what they want. They want more time, more money, so they can actually feel like the parent that's really giving their kid the best life. They want to level that up. And when I connect that personal goal to the product transformation, not the vehicle, and you have all this trust, it's really not difficult to sell guys in a 1-2 call close. It's really not. But this takes a lot of prep work, like I said, with energy. Making sure that your life is set up in a way that you're working from your highest self. Easy, simple example. And let's look at it from both avenues. Let's say I'm going to buy this watch. Emotionally, I see it and I love it. It's beautiful. My damn, that shit's gonna look good. But when I go and check the price tag, it's a little out of budget. It's a little expensive. I'm not there yet. Emotionally, I have that charge. I want it. I love it. It makes me feel good. Like, oh, it's great. Logically, I'm like, okay, it's a little out of budget. But now I'm gonna start justifying it. Hey, I have these 5 events coming up. If I walk in with this watch, it's gonna open up different conversations. It's gonna really show I mean business. Like, it's a nice watch. So that'll actually open up more business opportunities for me to make more, collaborate. It's actually going to change my life. Now we have the emotional charge and the logical sale right there. And the emotional charge of liking that watch is like what you're going to feel and what it's going to give you in the long run. Now look at it in the opposite way. Let's say I go in and I go to buy this really nice, expensive watch because I wanted to open up conversations at the events I have coming up. But I go there and I'm not loving the watch. I have the logical reason to get it. Like, it makes sense. It's a popular brand. It's going to open up conversations. But emotionally, my gut's not feeling it. It's not exciting. I don't feel that it's going to give me anything, any satisfaction in my life. I'm not going to get it. So you really need both in a sales call. And when you get both, boom, done. And step number 6, when I started Sales Igniters, that comes from igniting your sales. So part of that is diffuse the bomb in discovery. The bomb are objections. This is pretty common now. When I first started talking about this concept 5 years ago, it's relatively new. Now, many people know about it. So I won't go too deep in this, but you want to pre-handle a lot of the objections. Because when objections come up at the end, if they do, you're going to be able to recap their own words and really talk about what made the difference between when they were all in and why there's some kind of challenge now. And you can recap their own words, come in with a curious tone, and it's less invasive because you're using their own words. So that's a huge thing. But at the end of the day, you want to get these objections out of the way, and you don't want to do it in a checklist manner. For example, with time, one of the best lines for timing is I'll actually go, hey, to be honest with you, I mean, this is obviously a big step if you're looking to change this up. Why do you actually want to do this now? I mean, why didn't you just do this 6 months ago if you've been struggling with it? Also, you could just do this in a year from now, right? I mean, your business is rolling, you're doing well. Like, why not just do it in a year from now? Why do you even need to do this right this second? Because it's a whole bunch of work, man. And you get that out of them. Well, I've been losing X amount of revenue. We built up all this data and we see that every day we're losing X amount of revenue and we've been losing this for 2 years now. So it's like, okay, so you've lost X amount of revenue over 2 years now? Yeah. Oof. Yeah, man, that makes sense. Like, we got to get this moving for you. All right, understood. So with that being said, boom, continuing the convo, moving it forward, right? That'll really help you. But then when you get to the end, if they go, all right, I think I can wait a little bit to do this. It's like, I guess I'm confused here. If this isn't for you, let's just hop off the phone. Like, that's completely fine. But where I'm seeing a disconnection is that you just lost X amount of revenue over 2 years. So you're saying you're comfortable losing more revenue? Each day you said you're losing X amount. So you're good with losing more revenue over the next 3 months by waiting. So you see, you can use it as leverage in a non-invasive way to get them to open and say, I guess I'm just confused. Like, it's fine if you don't need this, but what changed from, oh man, this has to happen now, I'm dying, to, I can wait 3 more months. Like, something's off. Do you not actually think our product is the solution? You want to look into others? Like, what exactly? Just be honest with me. I don't want to sit here and overcome objections with you. I really don't. If it's for you, great. If it's not, great. So what's really going on? Just be straight with me so I can give you that info. Now we're back in the game. And lastly, before you get into the pitch and discovery, make sure that they feel heard. You want to make them feel like you really cared and heard their situation, and do a recap. So if I look at, let's say, a corporate rep from Sales Igniters. So prospect, let me just make sure I have your situation correct. Right now, Kristen, you're in medical supplies and you're driving around doing about 80 hours a week and you're flying all over and you're making over $500,000 per year. Fantastic money, right? But at the end of the day, the reason you're talking to us is because you want to try to find a way to get more time, because you're not putting your daughter to bed every night. You're not spending any time with your family, and you feel like what life is about the family and about growing your family and being there for them, and you just feel like you're not there. This is everything that's going on. Did I miss any part of that? And you'll usually get a reaction like this.
Having that steady stream of income first so that you can then, spread the wealth around, and then that's ultimately how you compound wealth. So that's like where I'm at right now in my life, where it's just like, all right, I'm at that go mode where it's like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, fantastically said, man. Fantastically said. Nothing more in life than being your best self, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're going to feel validated, heard, listened to. And if you do this with everything else we've talked about in this video, you're going to put yourself in a situation where you're building a lot of trust. They're feeling heard, they're feeling valued, and we're setting ourselves up to win here right as we're about to pitch. And that's sort of what Kristen was true. And even when she joined Sales Igniter, she was doing $500,000. Now she's doing about $250,000 to $275,000 a year. So she took a 50% pay cut. But the truth is, we still get thank you messages about this today, because one, she's putting her daughter to bed every single night, which she never did. And two, she didn't need all that extra money. She was just like money grind, and she had a lot saved up regardless, but she didn't actually need it. And it was just great to be able to spend more time with her family, and she felt more fulfilled. But it took a nice sales conversation to really get to that point. That's all the 7 steps. It's work on your energy, come in with a conversation, find commonality, push them away, challenge them, focus on the P method, diffuse all the bombs, and give them a validation recap. And if you do these things in discovery, you'll be able to have more experiences of effortless close. You'll close at a very high closing percentage. There's so many closes that I've done and I've seen with all of the closers we work with, where they get to the end and the person's like, dude, I'm hyped, like I'm ready to go. Let's make this happen. Let's talk about the cost. And they make it happen. If the cost is a lot, they're being honest with you, they're straight. And now, since the online world has more scams in it, trust is at an all-time low, you really got to be able to do this stuff at a natural high level to get these closes more. So lastly, what I want you to do is think about the 1 to 2 parts. Maybe all of them are things you need to work on. Take only 1 or 2, and over the next week to 2 weeks, really work on those on the sales call. Really either work on pre-handling those objections more in a natural way, or being more conversational and letting your unique self out. Like, have crazy reactions, curse on sales calls, whatever it is, but be fucking you at the highest level. I promise you that will work. I've had guys tell me after I curse on a sales call, hey man, I don't like cursing, so I don't want to I really am asking you, do not curse for the rest of this call. And honestly, dude, I respect that as you. The truth is, I've grown up my entire life cursing. It's part of my habit. Out of respect, I would try not to, but I can't promise you that's not going to happen. And if it does happen and it's going to end the call, maybe we shouldn't continue from here, but I'll do my best for you out of respect. And they were laughing like, all right, I get it. So they just had to stick up their ass, and they just had to be called out with honest energy. And it's like, okay, because I do get where they're coming from, but I'm also not going to change me for being me. I'm going to try to respect them and limit it a little. But I'm also not going to be in my head. I want to work from my gut and my instincts. So it's probably going to come out, and it did, and it wasn't a big deal. Now look, if you've liked this video, check it out. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm just diving into YouTube. I'm really expanding into YouTube. So I'm really excited to continue to put out a lot of just value that maybe I just don't see as much nowadays. Instead of the fancy word tracks and all the bullshit that's supposed to work that doesn't, I want to give you real actionable things to actually get you making more money. And if you're a closer that's looking to get placed in top roles, like not go through 3-4 months of rigorous training of shit you already know, if you're looking to get placed first in some of the top roles in the industry that I built up over 15 years and get tailored training on that role instead of just broad general training or a sales course, actually get customized training on that role. Make sure you close at a high level, and all in all, just create the lifestyle you want, because that's what remote closing is. It lets you level up and be your highest version of yourself, but it also allows you to build a life of freedom besides the time and money. But you have to be in a good role and you have to close at a high level. And if you're looking and you're able to do that, I want you to check out salesigniters.com. Check out our website. You can always sign up and speak to someone and spend 45 minutes on a sales call with a conversational, high quality rep that's not going to sell you on something that you don't need. Talk to us, look at our stuff. But I will see you on the next video, and put down in the comments where you feel like you struggle the most in the discovery section. I'll try to comment and reply to them all. See ya.